Hello and welcome back. This is page 16 of Strictly Strings. If this is your first time checking out one of these videos, I highly recommend you go back and find page 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And then find your way back here on page 16 because we are combining elements. So we want to make sure that as we learn the appropriate sequence. So in today's sequence, we're going to learn what a half note is, we're going to learn what a half rest is, and we're going to learn how to lift the bow off the string. Sounds pretty exciting? That's because it is. First step, half notes. They get 2 beats. So if this is our tempo, and I play a half note on the piano, it's going to get 2 of these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now on a string instrument, you'll be pulling the bow for the same value. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. A half note is a measurement of time. Its worth is 2 beats. Say it with me now. Half note gets 2 beats. Huh! Half note gets 2 beats. Huh! Well said. Excellent. Now a half rest is the same concept of measuring of time, but this time we're measuring silence. So this is what half rests sound like if I clap them. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Pretty great. Did you hear that? Silence. Rests measure silence. So look on the top of page 16, and you'll see in the gray box, half notes, half rests. All right, well next up you're going to see something that looks like an apostrophe. I know you can write the English language. Well, we borrowed some of those things for the musical language, and that's not an apostrophe, that's what we call a lift. So let's pretend we're doing a down bow. Down all the way to the bottom. And then the person who wrote the piece, otherwise known as a composer, says, I'd like you to start at the frog again. The only way to get back at the frog is to lift the bow in the air, back to the frog, and then repeat the motion. If I was playing violin, it would be a sideways gesture. 1, 2, lift your bow. 1, 2, lift your bow. That's what we're learning on page 16. So before we do, let's not do any of the exercises, and let's play our open D string 4 times with our bow, sustaining each note for 2 beats. What's that called again? That's right, the half note. Ready? Bow on the string, make sure your pinky is on top and relaxed, and here we go. Open D, half note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice job. Now at home, did you sustain the sound the entire time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And while you sustained the sound, did the sound stay even as you moved away from the frog and back to the frog? If not, I'd repeat it again. Ready? Open D. 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice job. Let's roll our arm to open A. Open A 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll your bow to open D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll your bow to open G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll your bow to open D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are open strings with half notes. Now let's add a lift. What we're going to do is do a half note down bow. Down bow lift. Down bow lift. Ready? When you lift, try and place your bow at or near The frog. Open D. 1, 2, open D. 1, 2, lift your bow, back to the frog, place and go. Open D, lift your bow, back to the frog, place and go. Open D, lift your bow, back to the frog, place and go. Open D, lift your bow, back to the frog, place and done. Nice job. Now before we begin, look at page 16, number 1. In exercise number 1, how many half notes do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 half notes. Cool. How many half rests do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. How about down bows? How many down bows do you see? 1, 2, 3. Terrific. And finally, how many up bows do you see? 1, 2, 3. All right, here is page 16, number 1 with our bows. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and G, rest, D, D, roll to A, roll to D, roll to G, roll to D, repeat, and G, roll to D, roll to A, roll to D, roll to G, roll to D, 1, 2, off. That's page 16, number 1. That is fantastic. So here we are. Number 1, check. Number 2, big differences. In number 1, we played a half note, then we had silence. Well, in number 2, your bow never stops moving. Notice there are no rests in between the note until measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, where we have the lift. Let's remind ourselves what the lift is again. We have our bow moving from the frog to the tip, and then we have the apostrophe which says, hey there, bring your bow back to the frog. And we lift our arm and place the bow back near the frog on the string. And that is the lift. So let's begin. Okay, well, let's say our note names. Here's page 16, number 2. Say the note names. 1, 2, number 2. D, D, A, D, D, G, D, A. Lift! Great. Let's air bow it. Okay. Here we go. Bring your bow up in front of your face, and we'll start with a down bow, moving down towards the floor. Here we are. Check in. How's that pinky? How's that thumb? Fantastic. Here we go. Air bow number 2. D, D, A, A, D, D, G, G, D, A, lift! And we lift back towards the frog. All right, let's see how you do pizzicato. Instruments up, find that open D, and get ready. Page 16, number 2. 1, 2, pizzicato. D, D, A, D, D, G, G, D, D, A. Off. You might say, how do I lift with pizzicato? You don't. It's specifically for the bow. So, here we go. Let's put it all together. Here is page 16, number 2. Never let your bow stop moving. Don't stop moving, don't stop moving. Thanks, Dory. Great reminder. Here we go. Page 16, number 2. 1, 2, number 2. D, D, A, D, elbow. A, D, D, G, D, A, left. Done. Well done. That's fantastic. Now here comes a more challenging version of that exercise. This is number 3. In number 3, we get to change strings after every single note. We do open G, then roll our bow to D, then roll our bow to A, and then in measure 2, bam, a lift. Then we do A, D, G, and then boom, in measure 4, a lift. And then G, roll to D, roll back to G, lift, and do the whole thing again. My goodness. Well, here we go. Page 16, number 3. First step. Say it. 1, 2, say it, and G, D, A. Lift. A, D, G. Uber. G, D, G. Air bow, and 1, 2, air bow. G, D, A, lift, A, D, G, lift, G, D, G. Great job. Pizzicato. Get your instruments up. Get ready with our first finger on open G. 1, 2, ready. Hup. G. Done. All right, let's put it all together. Bow hand, check the pinky, check that thumb. Let's place the bow on the string. Where's your elbow? Where's your shoulder? Did it get too high? Relax that shoulder, stay balanced, and let's get our instruments ready for number 3. Place the bow on the string, and here is open G. 1, 2, ready, and G, D, A, lift, A, D, G, lift, G, D, G, lift, repeat, G, D, A, lift, A, D, G, lift, G, nice job. Now some of you might be doing this. Lift up over the heads as far as you can go. Cool exercise. However, all we really need you to do is get from the tip to the frog as quickly as you can without making contact with the string. So it looks like this. G, lift. Very fast. You can tell that it stays within the frame of my face as I lift back to the frog. So if you're doing major calisthenics, great, you're getting a shoulder workout. Unnecessary for this particular direction. Well done, and here we go to number 4. This is a combination of half notes and quarter notes. So let's remember, half note gets 2 beats. Huh! That's right, half notes get 2 beats. Quarter note gets 1 beat. Huh! That's right, quarter note gets 1 beat. So let's say the note names in rhythm. Here is page 16, number 4. 1, 2, number 4. D, D, A, rest, rest. A, D, D, rest, rest. D, D, rest, rest. Let's air bow it while saying the note names. 1, 2, air bow, and D, D, A, rest, rest, A, D, D, rest, rest, D, D, lift. Nice job remembering the lift. That's fantastic. Let's try doing pizzicato. It's tricky to find these strings this quickly. Instruments up. Get your right hand ready with your first finger pulling the D string. 1, 2, number 4, pizzicato. D, D, A, rest, rest, A, D, D, rest, rest, G, G, D, D, rest, rest. Remember, as you're practicing, if you have to do any of these again, just saying the note names, just air bowing, just pizzicato, that's fantastic. Don't worry about only doing each one once. It might take multiple times, and that's okay. But let's assume that everything was just amazing. Everything's amazing! As they said in the Lego movie. And get ourselves ready to use the bow for number 4. I'll say the note names, play on the piano, and air bow. Ready? Place the bow on the string. On open D, check your elbow height. And open D. Ready. And D. A, A, rest, rest. A, A, D, D, rest, rest. Lift your bow. D, D, A, A. At the frog. A, A, D, D. At the frog. D, D, D. This is great. You're doing open strings with the bow. That's amazing. Let's move on, shall we? The last one is page 16, number 5. You know the drill. Say it, air bow, pizzicato, put it all together. Do each one as many times as you need before moving on to the next one. Ready? Here we go. Starts on A. Let's say it, shall we? 1, 2, ready, say it. A, 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 D, 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 G, left, G, D, A, B, G, G, G. Whew, got a lot of string crossings in there. You're going to have to roll from one string to the other very quickly. This will take some practice. Here's number 5 again, air bow. Ready, and air bow, go. A, 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 D, 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 G, left, G, D, A, D, G, G, G. Ooh, great. If you need to do it again, do it again. It's okay. But if you'd like to move to pizzicato, here we go. Pizzicato, instruments up, index finger extended and ready to play open A. 1, 2, ready, go. A, 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 D, 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 G, rest, rest, G, D, A, D, G, G, G. And last, we put it all together. Get your bows ready. Check in with that bow hand. How's the pinky? Is that first finger close to the herd? How about the second and third finger? Are they still covering the frog? And how about that pinky? Is it sitting on top? Well, if so, you're ready. Place the bow on the string. And here is page 16, number 5. 1, 2, number 5. A, 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 D, 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 G, left, D, A, D, G. Nice job. If you're a violin or viola, look at where my elbow is. It's raised. It has not fallen down like so. That way, I can use my natural arm weight to make a sound without having to pinch and grab with my bow hand. Another thing to consider as you're learning how to play open strings with the bow. Well, for us, that's it for page 16, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remember, go back to the beginning of the video and work through each exercise multiple times until you feel so comfortable that your body knows where the strings are without checking in and knows how to read the notes without having a moment's hesitation. Ladies and gentlemen, you're fantastic. And remember, if you practice every day, by the end of the year, you'll be taller.